Sports Tonight is back again from London. I'm Austin Okonakwan. Good to have you join us on the show.
And in Lagos, I'm Cecilia Omogbe. On the show tonight, it's going to be all about the D Tigers. Yes, we're not expecting so much, Austin, in this Afro-Basket Championship. But then, when you're looking at 2015 champions and they finished as runner-up in 2017, and right now the D Tigers could not even make it to the quarterfinals, it tells a whole lot about how Nigerian basketball has fallen in the last few weeks. Yes, there was a high when we beat the USA, Argentina, of course, pre-Olympic. And then after that, all the players who took part at the Olympic Games couldn't come because, of course, we know the NBA rules. Then the coach decided, okay, let me look for other players because according to everyone, Nigeria has a pool of very, very talented crop of players. But then when you do not prepare, for a competition, it's actually difficult for you to win, especially looking at a team like Uganda. They've been together for 3 years, the same coach, same crop of players, and this same Uganda that Nigeria defeated by as much as 40 points, and then this team beating Nigeria by 12 points. Austin, today was really a sad day for me, especially in basketball. Wasn't a good day at all.
Not a sad day for me, Cecilia. I'm not surprised. This is a testament of when you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. And did we won the MBBF? Yes, we did. We talked about this team, the way they hurriedly put the team together, the fire brigade approach. We said that this is not how to go to a competition where you finished second in the last edition. We said it, that names don't longer get the results. You need to prepare. You need to walk the talk. We said we're sad that we do not have a functional league in Nigeria, that if there was a league and we know that the NBA will not release our players, we would have fall back to it. We keep saying, do what you need to do at home. Give it a strong foundation. Empower the grassroots. Invest in talent identification and nurture them. We're not doing that. This is what it is. So these other countries, they can see our lapses and they're saying to themselves that Nigeria is not ready, so let's overtake. For the first time in 20 years, we're failing to get to the quarterfinal. It's sad when we get to speak to Stanley Gumut. He is one player that came out of the league. He played for Kano Pillars, went to 3 Afro-Basket championships, went to the Commonwealth Games, someone that played for Kano Pillars in the league. So we just think that we will fold our hands, fight in the federation, and then we will go out there and get the results. It doesn't work that way again, Cecilia. Teams are working hard. And from the start of the game today, you can see that Uganda came with a purpose. They came with intent to win. And did they win? Yes, they did, Cecilia.
Obviously, they did. And of course, shout out to Robinson Opong. That guy was 60% from the 3-point range. I mean, 6 3-pointers. He made 10 attempts, but he got 6. Huge one. At the end of the day, he finished with 19 points. And something about Robinson is, Robinson was with Rivers Hoopers when they went for Basketball Africa League. Rivers Hoopers drafted him into their squad for them to make the Basketball Africa League. That shows how good he is. Now you're looking at Nigerian team. Yes, we had 4 home-based players. And when Coach Mike Brown was talking about these players, he said something about the fact that they cannot even meet up to the kind of to the speed or the pace he is at right now. So those guys were lacking behind. And as you mentioned, because there is no league, and that's the reason for that. Just imagine if we had a league and you have crop of players, the already prepared team, it's easier for us. But then let's take a look at the game, what went down, because when I was watching the first quarter, we're losing by 12 points. I was like, what? 20-12 at the end of first quarter. You're like, what? 24-12. Yeah, 24-12 at the end of first quarter. I felt, okay, second quarter will bounce back. Second quarter we lost. The only quarter we won was actually the final quarter, which is the 4th one. And then we're losing by 12 points. And you're looking at the team, you're looking at Nigeria, you're looking at Uganda, you're trying to match player for player. I mean, everyone keeps talking about individual don't play football, don't play basketball. You have to like be a team to be able to win. We didn't see that team in the Nigerian team at all. Uzodinma, yes, Utomi tried a game high of 23 points, but then he can't do that. He can't do it alone. Jeremiah Mondi also contributed 10 points. Yes, he cannot do it alone. What happened to other players? What was their level of contribution? And then we talked about the fact that they didn't have time to prepare. I think it's actually disrespectful to other teams who have put in the works, who have prepared so hard for this tournament, and Nigeria will just come and sweep everyone away. But I'm really happy that, yes, maybe we had to get out at this stage so that we'll kind of, maybe a reawakening. That's if we will understand what that word means. Because, Austin, the World Cup qualifiers is starting in November. And I don't know what we're going to do about that. But the good news is, of course, the league is starting September 7th. Yes, it's starting September 7th. But then, how many games are they going to play? How will it end and everything? Will it be consistent? Are we going to now have a regular league we can be proud of? Or how is it even going to go? There's a whole lot of questions I cannot answer right now, Austin.
Yeah, talking to
I know. Cecilia, and I love the fact that this has happened the way it has happened, so that we will know that it's no longer time and chance. It is what you sow that you reap. And you made it clear, this is not an individual sport. This is a team sport. Basketball requires a lot of preparations. The talents cannot just do it for you. They need to play together. There must be an understanding. There must be a blend. Logistics will also need to be okay. Administration, everything you bring together onto that court to get the result that you want when you play as a team. So what we saw wasn't a team. Look, they just used individual talent to win their first two games. And when they got to Côte d'Ivoire, because they've not played so much and you expect them to sustain the momentum. Look, I'm not surprised because we talked about this. And to everyone in the Nigeria Basketball Federation that cares to listen, that wants to consider basketball development, use this and know that when you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. It's no news anymore. The T-Tigers, Nigeria Senior Men's Basketball Team, will not be in the quarterfinals of the Afro-Basket Championships. The first time in 20 years that Nigeria will be missing out of that position. Let's listen to Coach Mike Brown. There must definitely be a reason from inside why this happened. We'll listen to him and we'll be right back on the show. Stay with us.
The team that we brought in November, the team that we brought in February, we didn't struggle versus zone. We probably won every game on average about 20 points or something like that. And it's just a different team. Just like the next time around, we may bring a different team. And if we bring a different team, maybe we do a little bit better against the competition. Maybe we do a little bit better against the zone. But I thought we didn't just struggle against zone. We also struggled against man. I thought, was it 2 nights ago against the Ivory Coast? They did a great job with their man-to-man defense and making it hard for us. And a couple of times we got to the rim for layups, and we missed the layups. We missed a lot of layups against the Ivory Coast. We missed a few layups tonight. And so, I wouldn't just say we struggled against zone. I thought, there were times throughout the course of the games versus the better teams that we struggled a lot on offense.
So you heard from the coach. The team struggled. That's the same thing, Cecilia, that he said to us against Côte d'Ivoire. I can't question the expertise of Coach Mike Brown. We know he has a lot of pedigree. We know he has a lot of experience. So he goes to tell you now that even when coaching is right and you miss the fundamentals to put together a team, you struggle, Cecilia.
It's as simple as that. I mean, he's a world-renowned coach. He has with Golden State Warriors, San Antonio Spurs. We know what Coach Mike Brown can do. But when you bring in players are playing in Europe. I mean, these are not NBA players. Yes, if they were NBA players, it would have been easier for him to get used to these players. You bring players from all over the world, so to speak, from France and Cyprus, everywhere, and even Nigeria. You put them together under 3 days. You didn't have a training camp or anything. The first time they played against another team was when they played against Mali. And that's ridiculous. Who does that? Only in Nigeria we can see that. But then let's just look forward to what's going to happen. Jeremiah Mondi talked about the fact that, yes, it was a heavy defeat for them. But then he's taking something away from Afro basket because he actually learned a lot, having an NBA coach to actually coach him. So this obviously is going to improve his career. Let's listen to Jeremiah.
This experience was great for me, to be coached by a storied head coach and a great coaching staff.
Yes, indeed.
To represent my country for the first time, to be part of this team meant a lot, meant the world to me. I was just happy to be here. You know, the people in Rwanda was great, the staff, the experience was great other than losing this early. Moving forward, I think it helped me tremendously, just learning different aspects of the game at a high level, learning how to compete at this high of a level, different concepts that the coaches introduced to us individually and collectively. I definitely want to use this to continue in my career, and I for sure hope to get called back to play and represent my country for the national team.
Early exits not helping at all. It could have been better if we got to the semi-finals. That was how I was thinking. But I remember when we spoke with Bode Ogunti on this program, he said, well, that would be a long shot. And no one actually expected the D-Tigers to go so far. But I didn't expect Uganda to be the team that would beat Nigeria and take them out. And Uganda, for the very first time, they are qualifying for the quarterfinals. So they've done a whole lot of work since that time. Nigeria defeated them by as much as 40 points. And now they will be playing Cape Verde on Thursday for a place in the semi-final. I'm talking about Uganda. So that's how basketball is really growing in Africa. Yes, we will not be doing all the talking alone. Stanley Gomont will be joining us on the program to talk more about the D-Tigers and their performance in Afro-Basket. He was with the team 3 times when he went for this same championship. And of course, one of them, they won. Stanley, it's been a long time. I can't remember the last time I spoke to you. It's been like forever. Good evening. How are you doing? Okay, can you unmute? Yeah, I can hear you. Okay.
Okay, good evening, Cecilia. It's been a long time, actually.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I mean, you've been following Afro-Basket. You've seen D-Tigers and their performance. For you, how will you rate their performance?
It's unfortunate that we are not making the quarterfinals, at least. It's unfortunate. I don't know where we went wrong, but I think we should be in the semifinals. For whatever reason, we should be in the semifinals. I don't know where they got it wrong, but personally, I think there should be that experience from the local scene, especially from the coaches. We should always include people who have experience in this level of basketball. If you didn't take us to the Olympics, no coach was in the Olympics from the Nigerian scene. We understand because you're probably playing at a world level, but on the Afro basket level, we have guys who have played at this level who are now coaches. I'll say the likes of Abdurrahman Mohammed or Godaudu. These guys at least should have been in the coaching crew to advise Mike Brown, in spite of his experience. You know, so at least he should be able to know that, okay, there's a difference between playing in the world level and also on the African scene. There's a big difference in that. You know, over the three times we've gone there, I think it's almost like 6 home-based players, 6 foreign-based players, and we've never gone there and come back without a medal. So I think experience, it's one thing we neglect as Nigerians, and we should look back. You know, I don't know whether we should go back to the drawing table, because maybe the drawing table should have been bad by now, because we're always talking about drawing table. So for me, personally, I think that was where we got it wrong. Some experience from this local scene should have been gotten from these coaches, and then we'll take it off from there.
Okay, interesting. But when the MBBF released the list of the players that will be taking part, Ogo Daud was actually one of the coaches that was listed that will be assisting Coach Mike Brown, because we know that Alex Mora will be very busy because of his college commitments and everything. So it was one of those coaches that was listed that will be with him for the tournament. And outside that, you talk about just coaches. What happens to players? Because they had, like, even if you've had a team of experienced coaches around, you have a crop of players that you've never seen before, that you've never seen play, and you had them for like less than about 4 days, or okay, yes, let's just give them 5 days. They were together, and then they were to play a major championship like Afro-Basket.
Yeah, so personally, I think because we had an Olympics, which you said, okay, the local-based players cannot play, but then you knew you're coming back to play the Nations Cup, you should have at least kept these guys in the camp. You know, keep them in the camp. First of all, you should have taken them to the Olympic camp so that they will learn. Since you know that, okay, there's a possibility that these guys may not make it back to play in the Nations Cup because of their tight schedule, which I don't personally believe that should have been the case. Because we have guys like Gojan Deng, who is playing with the Senegal team. He's also an NBA player, but he's here playing for Senegal. So if the entire crew that went to play in the Olympics are not here because they have personal engagements with their teams, I don't really understand that. How did he make it back to play here in the African scene as an NBA player as well? So, but then if you had this plan that, okay, we had some local scene players go to the camp, in the Olympic camp with them in the US, and then prepare, and then you have a plan B. Okay, in case these guys are not here at the summer, we run back, and then these guys would have been more prepared than they are. Most of these guys that they picked from the local scene probably they flew from Nigeria straight to the competition venue and met their teammates, and I'm not sure they were even given the likely chance to even participate. So it's a tough call for us, but if we can sit back and look at some of these things beyond politics, let's get it right. Beyond politics, let's do things the way it's supposed to be done. Get the experience. Was Ogodaudu consulted about the local scene players? I doubt it. Because I think I watched the Olympics and I saw a scenario whereby Alex Wara was trying to whisper something to the coach, Mike Brown, and he turned him down. For me personally, it was like, okay, the guy felt like he had it all. Coming to the local scene, look, we do things locally here. You should get experience from those people who are here. You might be the best coach. You must have coached LeBron James, but there are things that are key. And then we viewers, when we watch it, because we've been there before, there are small little details that we are seeing that are not seen. So it's a failure for me personally.
Stanley, I will come to that local scene that you want to invite us to. Let me stay there. Now, with what has happened to us at this Afrobasket, how much of a wake-up call is this for us to sit down now and develop a proper basketball league in Nigeria and also invest in grassroots basketball development?
I think there are a lot of people who are investing in grassroots development. This is not something you will say has to start. People have sat down, people are investing. In Abuja here, people are investing in Jos, in Lagos, people are investing in grassroots sports. The question is, are we ready to go back to the grassroots and pick from this and use it? That's the question we should ask. Are we ready to actually say, okay, let's go to program, pick players, run the program. I have been privileged as a person to enjoy from my under 18. I played under 18, I played under 21, I played also in the senior team. I'm a product of the grassroots program. If I was not spotted from the National Sports Festival, I would have been the basketball player that I am today. So, and since then, I haven't seen anything that suggests that they pick people from the local scene, from sports festival, from whatever programs, and then bring in issues. We've had an opportunity to play small local tournaments. That is why we are here today talking about basketball. So, and none of that is going on right now. So I don't know what else we want to do. That drawing board, I think, should be destroyed. There's nothing like going back to the drawing board.
Stanley, the league in Nigeria made you. You did exploits with Kano Pillars. With what you know, I know of the crisis in the NBBF, but with what you're hearing as an ex-player, someone who is involved as an investor, as a stakeholder, as someone who is an advocate of basketball in Nigeria, why is it so difficult for us to have a basketball league in this country again?
Unity. It boils down to unity. It boils down to, I don't want to go detailing into politics as we speak right now. Let's look at where the problem is. The problem is that whoever is in charge of basketball, will that person sit back and say that let's do things the right way? Are you going to surround yourself with the right people, the right personnel, the most experienced people who know what this is all about? You understand what I'm saying? Have you consulted the likes of Coach Sani Ahmed in Kano? Have you spoken to the likes of Ayo Bakari, who have been a coach in the national team? Have you done that? Have you gone back? Even if you don't want them back in, have you consulted, okay, how did they succeed? Have you gone back to seek from them, like, okay, what knowledge? Even if you're not going to use it, get these little details from them and then build on it. Well, I don't think we do that. It's about, okay, I am in charge today, I'll use the people who are loyal to me. I am in charge tomorrow, I'll use... No, it doesn't. It goes beyond that. Unless we go back and sit down and look at these things, this is how we're going to continue to embarrass ourselves. A lot of people expected so much. We wanted nothing less like that medal. We wanted a repeat of what happened in 2015 in the Nations Cup, where we won this medal, to happen now, going by what we saw in the group of guys we had in the Olympics. Now that we have even a Uganda, I don't know with my tired legs if I'm going to lose to a Ugandan team. I think I still have that pride.
All right, Stanley, I think we need to go on a break. Stay with us. We'll get back to you after this short break.
Your team, and we will back you with the right odds. Follow the action, and we promise live odds with the right buzz. And when in doubt, cash out live or pre-game. Feel every moment with top prizes and super special markets on soccer, basketball, and more. Boost your winnings with our multiplier bonus. Visit betking.com or any BetKing shop near you today. BetKing, playground for kings.
Yeah, we still have Stanley Gumo with us, who played for Canopilas, also played for Nigeria at the Afro-basket level. But then right now, I mean, it's not looking good for Nigeria at all. Austin asking the question that, the league actually made you to where you are today. Now, you talked about the fact that the current crop of MBBA officials need to actually ask questions and seek maybe wisdom, so to speak, from those who have done it before. Now, where do we go from here? Because Afrobasket is over. We are out of the competition. I mean, we can't cry over this anymore. But up next for us is obviously the women's game. It's coming. The women's Afrobasket is coming up. It's starting September 18. And right now, we still don't have, we've not heard of a team being called. And then after that, there's the World Cup qualifiers, African qualifiers. The draw is out today, and Nigeria has been drawn against Cape Verde, Mali, Uganda again. And so, going forward in November, what should we do? Because Coach Mike Brown had talked about the fact that he may not be available for it. This is September. Maybe we can start planning. Okay, this is the World Cup, FIBA World Cup qualifiers that will be hosted between Philippines, Indonesia, and of course Japan in 2023. Group A, you have Cape Verde, Mali, Uganda, Nigeria. In Group B, you have South Sudan, Cameroon, Tunisia, and Rwanda. And of course, in Group C, you have Cote d'Ivoire, Guinea, Central African Republic, you have Angola. You go to Group D, you have Kenya, you have Senegal, you have Egypt, and of course, you have Congo. These are the teams you have in these various groups. For Nigeria, in Group A, they'll start their campaign against Cape Verde, and it's going to be in November. Going forward, what should we do to ensure that, because this is the first round, which will be run between November, February, and June, before we move over to the second round. So we have to qualify from the first round into the second round before we book a ticket to the World Cup. So it's a whole long qualifiers that we need to play. What should we do now to book a ticket for the World Cup?
Okay. Celia, is the question directed to me?
Yes, to you. What should we do now? Because we already know our group is starting in November. We have like the rest of September. We have the whole of September, October to plan. And November, that's when the qualifiers will start. February is also another window. June is also another window. What should we do to have a team? We can say, okay, we have a team we can call up. And not every time we're going for tournaments, we have different separate teams to go for each tournament we're going for.
Call these players to camp. Have different camps, have a plan A, have a plan B, if possible, have a plan C. Includes the local base girls that we have here. Include them, because you never know the rainy days. Sometimes you don't do these things because they are good or they are not good or they have not had a lot of games. What you do is that you prepare in case of the rainy days. If we had prepared, we won't be today talking about these things. Let these girls immediately be called to camp. Different series of camps. It doesn't have to be a 2 weeks camp. It can be a 2 months camp. It can be a camp within the local scene that we have to even put together so that these girls can start preparing right now. We have the personnel. We have what it takes. We have the resources. This country is endowed in terms of resources for us to be able to participate well in every sporting activity in the world. But then preparation is key to everything that we do. If we start preparing now, there's nothing stopping us from qualifying in the World Cup. But are we going to start preparing now? I don't know. Because we may wait until 2-3 weeks before the tournament and then we assemble a group of players. Oh, she plays in Italy, she plays in Germany, Spain. Okay, bring her in. Look at her statistics. Team sports goes beyond all of that. It is about putting people together, let them play together, and then you now know how the synergy goes on. Is this player able to play with that player? Is the coach understanding this player? All those things go a long way in winning. Winning is not about coming one day. If you look at every European country that participated in the Olympics, it was as a result of the fact that they prepared. They have started preparation for the next Olympics as we speak. But are we always going to wait for 2 weeks, 10 days? Yes, I know. Yes, maybe resources, but I mean, have we sat on the table and look at possible ways of getting sponsorship? Nigeria is a big name. I believe that, yes, the girls can do way better if we start preparing as we speak.
All right, let's listen to, okay. All right, Austin, you're coming in.
No, let's go on with it. Let's go on with it.
Okay, let's just listen to Coach Mike Brown, because you talked about we don't even know what's going to happen in the World Cup qualifier, because Coach Mike Brown says he wouldn't be available at that time. We don't know if players will be available because starting in November.
Well, I won't be able to coach, because, we'll be in season. But, the thing about it is, with the long, busy summer and with the Afro baskets or FIBA Africa deciding to have the Afro basket now, it made it a little harder on our pool of selection players. So, we may have some of the same guys back, but there's a good chance that we may have a completely different team with maybe one or two guys that are same. We don't know. We got to kind of circle the wagon and take a deep breath from this long summer, and then figure it out in about maybe a month or so, maybe a couple, 2-3 weeks, of who we're going to ask to come play or represent Nigeria in the first qualifier.
Yeah, it's looking like we're going to have a new crop of players and maybe another coach for the World Cup qualifiers. You heard that right, Austin and Stan, right?
Yeah, we did. But Stanley, let me bring you, and then I think we'll just wrap up with this. What can ex-players like Stanley Gumot and your mates, what can you guys do to rescue the soul of basketball in Nigeria?
Get into the politics of the game, get involved in whatever stage, get the shots at the opportunity to be, an administrator at some point, and then try to make the change. I think it's more of advocacy, talking to the ex-players, because I'm sure in my category and the people who are way a little bit ahead of me were on the same page. Those who are even, that played after me were on the same page. Those on the foreign scene, we speak together and we share the same type of views and ideas. So, but I think going forward, it's all about, putting our heads together, and then the way we enjoyed playing together, we should also, share ideas and then make it happen. It's about allowing someone to take the lead, and then we all follow suit and then support him with whatever we have. It's as simple as that. Basketball is not so much of a complex game like we all see it. It's about intelligence. How well you're able to execute whatever your coach has given you, to bring down on the table. It's the same way when you sit back and discuss. If everyone is given an opportunity to serve in a different capacity, if we have, who is the team manager? Who is in charge of the technical crew? Who is in charge of, logistics? We have everyone will hold accountable if there's no water on the table. The judges are not ready, who is accountable? Money is available, who is accountable? Training camp is starting tomorrow, who is accountable for it? If we all do that, I think success is not far-fetched from where we are right now.
That's it. Stanley, I'll wait for that change. It's time to start speaking to the man in the mirror. Thank you so much for your time. And then we'll wait to see, that change that you've talked about to come to basketball in Nigeria. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
So that's it. Former D Tigers player Stanley Gumot. Played in the league. Was so good with Kano Pillars. And now we can't even talk about the league. So it is what it is. Cecilia, wipe your tears. You were so sad at the start of the show. If we continue this way, this is the result we'll get. It's what you sow, you reap. I hope they learn from it this time.
I hope they do. And hopefully the league is starting September 7th. So we'll have a whole lot to talk about when it starts, right? We're waiting anxiously, and I just hope, as I mentioned earlier, the D Tigers will call to come soon, because they're in Group B. You've got Nigeria, Angola, Mozambique. Our first game is Saturday, September 8th against Mozambique. And of course, this is 31st of August. We're waiting to hear the news that if the players
and we can't beat Uganda. We can't beat Uganda.
Austin, I'm talking about the women. When it comes to the women's basketball,
Oh,
the girls are always ready.
The
Yes,
women, I
the
love them. I'm
women's
just
Afro
saying that the
basket is
same
starting
Uganda
September.
is in
Yeah,
is
the
in
Tigers group.
qualifiers, right?
Yes, of course.
Uganda, Mali,
Mali, Cape Verde.
We struggled against Mali. We lost to Uganda. Let me see if this time around we'll fold arms again and be watching.
No, we won't do that.
Wait.
November, we've got 2 months to plan. October, we've got September, we've got October to plan for that. So let's see if they can plan for the Tigers first. That will be starting their own campaign September 18th. I'm anxiously waiting for that. So quickly, we'll give a shout out to our Paralympians, Austin, right? They're doing so well as usual. You know, you have especially the powerlifters. Now, 10 of them went to Tokyo. Already out of 10, we've got 6 medals, and 6 of that medals, 3 gold, 1 silver, and 2 bronze medals, which is really huge. Now, that's pictures of Oluwafemi Ayo, you know, Folashade, you know, a lady that whenever you're watching her, you smile because, you know, of the kind of joy she brought in anytime she's competing. Omolayo also won a gold medal. Lovely OBG, you know, early hours of this today, yeah, she won a silver medal. And these ladies, they've always coming to the party.
What a story. Cecilia, I told you. Did I not tell you? I said, wait for my girl, Folashade Oluwafemi Ayo. I told you she's going to get something lovely. No, BG also. And Lucy Ejike got a bronze. I love all of them. These para athletes, they tell us a beautiful story. They inspire us. 6 medals in powerlifting alone. 10 of them went to the competition. And whether or not 10 of them won the medal or not, just competing at this level is beautiful. And look at it right there. 3 gold, 1 silver, 2 bronze. So we're just hoping that our table tennis team in the team events, they're in the semifinals, can go all the way to win something. But with these guys, I come on, I celebrate them every day, whether they win or not, you know. For them to just come out is a beautiful story. But shout out to our power lifters. Anytime, any day they have a chance to represent this country, they give their best.
They do give their best. We always celebrate them because of what they always do in Nigeria, especially representing the country. If we have time quickly, we'll listen to Folashade, you know, talking about how excited she is winning another medal for Nigeria.
The women's up to 86 kilo category.
I feel good because God has really surprised me today. I put my trust in God and He fulfilled His promise in my life, which I still owe God a lot. I still owe Him a lot. I thank you all Nigerians that are out there, that are my fans. I promise that I will continue to make this nation proud. Honestly, I'm short of words for now. I'm short of words, but I thank God. I just say I thank God. Thank God. My message for Nigerians are to keep on supporting us, and I'm sending this message to the president that he should look into our issue as physically challenged people, and the Honorable Minister, Mr. Sunday Dare, should keep to his promise. He has promised us a lot. He should keep to it.
Of course, he will keep to his promise because he has released a statement earlier that he will definitely reward the athletes once they are back, and also promising to keep supporting them. One thing about Folashade is the fact that during this lift, she lifted 152 kg, and that was a world record, Austin. Huge.
Right. That's right. I think it was 2 years ago, Cecilia, she gave us another world record at the World Championships, and then, you know, gave us some good singing and dancing.
Yes.
This guy is confined to wheelchairs, yet unstoppable. That's the story of our para-athletes whenever they come out. And I hope that everyone that is, you know, responsible for their improvements, for their welfare, they've called on the minister, they've called on the country in general, that they need support. And that's what we always say about our special athletes. There's a reason why the word special is attached to them, you know, so let's give them all the support that they need. particularly that they always deliver. We love them so much. We hope that when they come back to the country, they're going to be celebrated and to motivate them to do more for the country.
Obviously, it's going to be like that. All right, let's leave the Paralympics and Austin. Let's talk about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. They are in Lagos. They started their training session today. Right. And, of course, it's just about 2 players that is being expected. And Babafemi Raji, the media officer, will be joining us this evening to talk more about this, especially the training session that they had, how many players in camp, and those that are still being expected, if anyone has actually arrived in the few hours ago, and how many will be prosecuting the game against Liberia, which is on Friday. Babafemi Raji, good evening. It's good to have you join us on Sports Tonight.
Yeah, good evening, Cecilia. How you doing?
I'm fantastic. It seems you're pretty busy. So tell us, I mean, at the training session today, all the players are trained, and from the pictures we've seen earlier in the day, it seems everyone is really happy to be in Lagos and ready to play against Liberia.
Yeah, we had 24 players in training today. Should have been 25, but Maduka Okoye, you know, he didn't get to camp in time like the other 2 goalkeepers. And usually the goalkeepers have their gym rounds. So he had to stay behind in the gym to wrap up his gym round. And that was why Maduka Okoye did not train with us at the Teslim Balogun Stadium from 5 p.m. today. Our training went well. It was intense physical, knockout just to get the boys sustain their fitness levels. It was an intense one. It was great. And the boys all responded fine to this. 24 of them trained. Tonight, we will be expecting Joe Aribo to arrive tonight. And then we'll be expecting from tomorrow the trio of Paul Onuachu, Zaidu Sanusi, and Chidozie Awaziem to be in camp. That will swell the camp up to 29 players. But so far, so good. Everything is going on smoothly. The only thing I see in the boys remains dedication, hunger, the passion, the zeal. And I see 3 points. That's all I see.
Interesting, 3 points. They seem to like the pitch at the Teslim Balogun Stadium because it's looking fresher compared to the last time they played here.
Yeah, if you heard what the coach said in the first time he inspected, the Lagos State government have been working on the pitch over and over again, rolling it over and over to ensure the turf is good. And the ball is even moving better now on that particular pitch. The boys have started training with the official CAF ball to be used at the AFCON next year. The footballs arrived and they've been using that. So I think things have been going really pretty well with regards to the team. And all we pray for is match this situation, we get it right and get the 3 points.
Also, Babafemi, this is a serious business. It's a World Cup qualifier. You're close to the team with what you've seen, body language, their mood. Do they understand this mission?
Definitely, they understand the mission. Earlier today at lunchtime, the president of the Nigeria Football Federation, Ahmad Melvin Pinnick, also a FIFA Council member, was there to see the boys. And it was indeed a wonderful session. Reminded them of the task ahead. The boys, from their body language, you could sense it that they already know the task ahead. Some of them have been at this level. They've been at the World Cup. You understand? They've been through this qualifying series. So they understand the vibe, the feel. And he also gave them some things to look forward to. The team will be traveling via chartered flights to Cape Verde. The team, from the president, from what he told us today, the team very soon will officially have its official plane, a carrier. Anywhere we go, the craft will take us everywhere we go. You talked about other things in the pipeline for the team, insurance and everything. So the players are really fired up. They were excited, they left excited. I'm sure you must have seen the clips of the president's visit to camp today. It's virtually everywhere. I'm sure you must have had it. It's on our official channels, talking about NFL official channels. So it's there. The fire is in the boys. They just want to go all out, start off on a good note, beat Liberia, get 3 points, go to Cape Verde, beat Cape Verde, and then we know we'll start a business.
love that. I love when I hear fire. I just wait to see it burn. Let's listen to Coach General and Trust Econ. They've been reacting as regards this World Cup qualifying matches. We're right back.
I'm still missing 2 players or 3 even who will arrive tonight or tomorrow. And these players were concerned by transfer problems, so they could not be here with us since yesterday. It was a good training session today. I think the players are hungry. They want to win this match. We know that Liberia had a good preparation. They have George Weah, who did everything to have a good team. And we know it will not be easy. But I think with the shape of our players, what I saw in the training session already this morning and this afternoon, we can trust in our team. We have to be careful. We never underrate anybody. We don't forget what happened in Benin City a few months ago. And we must take this opponent very seriously. And we will be prepared very well. We have another 2 training sessions tomorrow and after tomorrow. And then we will be ready if the time is like today, not too hot, fresh wind, fresh air, good pitch, then we play a good football.
Yeah, we know that this is the real home of the football for Nigerians. So many passionate supporters here, so no, really happy, and the pitch is looking good compared to the last time we were here. They worked on it very well, so we have to give them credit for that. And I'm just hoping the weather's not going to be too much rain, so we can be ready to play on Friday. When I look at the team and I look at the training session today and the kind of players that we are playing with, I think we have all the right to be confident. But we always have to stay humble, and we have to respect the opponent as well. So we know they're going to be good as well. But yeah, I'm very happy to play in this team. It's a very exciting time to be part of the Super Eagles. And yeah, we've got so much quality, so yeah, we're quietly confident.
So that's it. Just some confidence in the camp of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Femi Raji, in one word, rather in a minute before we go on this break. Okay, let's just go on this break. Femi Raji, stay right here with us. We'll come back to you. It's Sports Tonight on Channels Television. Let's go on this break. When we come back, we'll talk some more. So don't go anywhere. Stay here.
Daily news reports from different parts of the country. On News Across Nigeria, we highlight issues in your communities and keep tabs on the government promises of better healthcare, education, infrastructure, security, and other dividends of democracy. Watch News Across Nigeria live at 3 p.m. every day.
Welcome back, Sports Tonight, on your award-winning sports-loving Channels Television. We have the media officer of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. The team is in Lagos getting ready for the Qatar 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifiers. Femi, I love when Coach General reminded us of what happened in Benin, that 4-4 against Sierra Leone. We can't forget. With what you've seen in camp, would there be any room for complacency against Liberia? Will some people say, oh, it's Liberia?
Well, definitely there is one Yoruba adage that says the elder that stumbles on a stone or strikes his foot on a stone will always look back to see that stone. In English parlance, it's called retrospect for life. So for General to have said to have made reference to that, it means that happens to be one ghost that he would never want to see again. You understand? So as long as there's a check, it means there's a balance in front, and the balance is it will never happen again. Let's get the results, beat the beatables, win the winnables, claim the claimable points. You understand? And then the fire in the eyes of the boys, I don't know, can light up anything, can cause a wildfire in any city and raise down any city. So I just think we'll just remain composed, we'll remain very humble, we'll remain focused, we'll allow no distractions. We thank God the Nigeria Football Federation has perfected everything to make sure the boys are comfortable. Everything we have in our camp has been going on absolutely really well. Going to the stadium, getting back, wonderful, absolutely well. Let's just take on Liberia, beat them, and then we'll get set for Cape Verde. That's all.
Awesome.
Interesting. Beat Liberia and get set for Cape Verde, where most of the players in England will not be available. Well, we know the rules. That's the reason for that. Emiraji, thank you so much for talking to us this evening. Of course, we'll bring you back here again, when the game is about to start. Maybe on Thursday or Wednesday, you have to come back and give us updates of what's going on with this Spray Goose camp. Thank you.
Yeah, no hala. And there'll be a press conference on Thursday anyway, so we'll have everything we need to know about it.
All right, interesting. Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome.
All right, Austin, let's move over to the most important league in Nigeria, NNL. I mean, the Super 8 all set the playoffs, and Insurance, they were in Lagos on Sunday trying to get more points to beat Joy Comets. But then it didn't happen. A lot of chances, but then they couldn't just get the win they needed. But the good thing is, with that draw, they got into the Super 8, and the team is set. It's going to be in Enugu. The draws will be done September 6th, 7th, of course, games will start. And the coaches, the coach, assistant coach, and they've been looking forward to this because this is what they wanted. They want to get back into the league. Okay, if we have time, let's just take a listen to what the coach had to say, and also the coordinator of Insurance, Bina, what they had to say ahead of the Super 8.
Like we always prepare very, very strong in every game, whether big game or small game. There's no small game anyway. Like I know, we always prepare. We always take everything very seriously, and we know our aim this year is to come back to the Premiership. Like I said, no team is a pushover. Whether Shooting Stars, whether Ekiti, whether whatever. No team is easy. We are preparing as usual, as we are supposed to have prepared. So we're ready for every game. We take every game as it comes.
With this match, we have qualified. So we'll be there. All we need to do now is to go and do our homework very well and find out why is it that we're not scoring. Because we had all the chances to score today and we couldn't really convert all those plays. But we'll go back to the drawing board and then see what we can do to improve our next game.
Yeah, the most important thing is for them to be ready for the Super 8 and get into the MPFL, which is key for them. Austin?
Yeah, it's a long time, ambition for Bendel Insurance. And if you see the sort of attention that the state government is giving to the team, that's all they want, And you called it the most important league. And to an extent, I agree because of the talent, the level of play we've seen in the NNL. They play good football, except for the backroom politics, poor officiating, that we just need to fix. And I just pray that the Super 8 will be without drama, Cecilia. If we have a proper Super 8 that's without drama, then we'll be fine that, yes, finally, this NNL season, started well and then ended well. So, but in the middle of all of this, there are lessons for us to learn, for us to, fix football in Nigeria at that level. And I hope that we're going to learn from those lessons. Cecilia, we've got some more time. Let's talk about the return of Cristiano Ronaldo to Manchester United. The fans are happy. Cecilia, they are super excited. And I just hope that this coming of Cristiano Ronaldo will do something good for Manchester United.
Yeah, because, what he said immediately after he completed his medical, everything was signed, sealed, and delivered. Personal terms agreed, visa issues has been sorted. Then he said about the fact that he's coming back to actually win more for Manchester United. And we know since Alex Ferguson left, they haven't won the Premier League, although only Jose Mourinho won... not Jose Mourinho, Louis van Gaal won the FA Cup for them. So this team really want a trophy. The Premier League will be first, and then they start thinking of the Champions League. And the good news is, he said Sir Alex Ferguson was even, one of the reasons he came back. Let's see if Ronaldo actually bring his former team to winning ways again. He spent so many years there. He won about 8 trophies, 3 Premier League titles, 1 Champions League, and a whole lot, scoring about 118 goals. A whole lot that he did for the club. But hopefully, maybe he might just, make them with your first trophies after so many years. Austin, so we got to leave the studio now because the director is already talking in my ear.
I know. Because just looking at this clip, Cecilia, I see Wes Brown, see Wayne Rooney. A lot of these guys are not playing football anymore. And Cristiano Ronaldo is still here. Tells you that this guy is, to an extent, a superhuman. Give it up to him.
Give it up to him. He was a teenager when he signed for United. Remember that those guys were already in their prime.
But,
so that's the
that's
reason.
good longevity too. So,
Longevity also, yeah, he's 36 and he's still playing at high level. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm Cecilia Omogbe. Have a great night's rest.
It's always a delight to have you join us to talk sports. Let's do this again. But until then, I'm Austin Okonakwan in London saying in everything you do, remember to keep talking sports. Bye for now.